So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Little different video today. We're going to start a new series.
Home improvements?
Maybe.
Okay. What do you got in mind?
So this garage is, I would say, come a long way.
Yeah, but that's not saying a lot for the garage right now.
It's got a long way to go.
It's still a garage. We can't call it a shop yet.
So we do a lot in this garage for the channel. We do almost all of our off-season filming. It's spacious. It's a 2-car, but it's a big 2-car.
Yeah. It's a good sized garage. Plenty of room if we just get organized.
And part of the problem has been getting it organized. Yeah. And I have a shed. People might not know, but there is a shed. And I used to keep the bike in the shed, but now the bike is migrated over to the garage. And the woodworking tools are now in the shed.
Carpentry needs to go in the shed.
So the plan is, I think, you know, I have a lot of scrap wood. I have some wood racks in here. The plan is, I think, to get all of the wood out to the shed.
Yeah.
All right, to make that more of a space for that.
If we don't use it.
And, well, for what we don't use. And we can get into that in a minute. And the other plan is, I have, like, just starting simple, is Bert hooked me up with a new toolbox. So,
yeah. Big
old toolbox. It's like a cabinet almost.
It's a cabinet with drawers that I just had crap in. And my garage is tiny. I needed it gone. Anyway, it fits perfect here. It can really get organized for all the tools.
So we're going to get a lot of the tools, especially motorcycle tools, kind of organized in there. I've got a whole second tool chest, which is actually full of stuff, which is a Craftsman tool chest. And then I have a third top of a tool chest, which was my father's, which I'm going to probably try and incorporate somewhere into this garage. That's his from his mechanic days when he owned his own shop. So I'm going to keep that in here definitely. The other big thing is I have a lot of cabinets, which is kind of like not a bad problem to have. It's good to have cabinets, but I have a lot of cabinets and they need to be, at a minimum, they need to be painted and sanded because the finish on them is just absolutely brutal.
That one needs to be moved.
Yeah. And we have a back wall, which is, the plan is I've got some leftover shiplap, I've got some pallet wood, and we're gonna fix up this wall and get the pallet and just kind of make that wall kind of almost more like the studio.
It's a nice backdrop.
Yeah, just something that's, you know, palatable to look at on camera, clean, looks good, has some good tones to it. So that's the plan for the back wall. So we got a cabinet that's got to go. We got some wood racks that have got to go. The other thing I did was we have a work table that has a lot of other stuff on it. Austin actually hooked me up with this table, but then I built a 2x4 frame for it because my plan is to have as much stuff on wheels as we can have on wheels, so nothing is necessarily hard to move or stationary.
Right.
And then I've got a long workshop that needs to be resurfaced, a long workbench that's got some OSB board, and OSB is probably like the worst thing you could use for a countertop. I mean, it's got its place in building, but not for a countertop. So the guy here who owned this place before me had this OSB, and that counter is like a catch-all for everything. You can't even work over there. It's absolutely brutal. So that's got to be cleaned up and done. Those cabinets sanded. But we're making progress. You know, we got a lift.
We got a lift.
Right.
We got a jack. We got some little heaters that were gifted to us.
Yep.
Propane heaters, which is making a huge difference from last year in the winter working out here.
We were like
I mean,
frozen
hopefully you won't see our breath anymore on the videos like you could last year. So those are nice. We got an air compressor also gifted to us.
Yep.
Right. So, I mean, we've come a long way in here, but it has a lot left to be done.
And I do have some antique tools. I've got this cool old antique drill press that I need to make sure has a spot in here. I've got an old bandsaw that I need to figure out like what I'm doing with. And those are, tools that, I inherited from Stacy's uncle.
Right.
And they're kind of cool.
No, they're cool. They just need to have their place and
Yeah.
and not be, again, like have stuff just thrown all over.
Just thrown all over them. That's the problem. So that's the plan. I think, hopefully, like going into the spring, I think my goal right now, like, and you'll probably see these videos sporadically, is to have this stuff done before next winter. So
it's reasonable.
When we roll in here next winter to do our install videos, because we do a lot of install stuff on the bikes in the winter, especially big installs, because if a bike's down for a week or 2 weeks, however, it takes a long time to film some of the installs that it wouldn't necessarily take you a long time just to install.
Right.
So if a bike is down for a little bit in the winter, it's not as much of an inconvenience as it is like down in prime riding season, because we don't have good weather all year round.
True that.
So what else would you like to see in here?
Well, that fridge has to go.
The fridge died.
And it wouldn't go if it worked, but it doesn't work. And now you have the chest freezer over there for the kegs that keeps beer, so you don't really need that in here eating up space, so that can go. I would like to see, like you said, this wall done, and I would like to see a TV in here.
Ooh.
Get a TV in here, throw the Fire Stick on it, and, maybe be able to chill a little bit after a project's done with a beverage and some YouTubes.
Watch a game on Thursday night.
To watch a game, once you get a TV,
changes the
all
game.
bets are off. Next thing you know, there'll be a sofa.
There's room.
There is room if we maximize the potential. But this is a really good sized garage. It has a ton of potential.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to get cracking on it. And I know these videos, this new series, the garage. I don't know what we're calling it yet.
I don't know what we're calling it either, but it's one of those things.
Fixer-upper series.
A lot of. I think there's a lot of guys out there, a lot of riders out there who have garages, and they're like, I really need to get it together. I really need to, It's like one of those things that keeps getting pushed to the back of the list and pushed to the back of the list. And when riding season comes, nobody wants to do it. And maybe we'll inspire some folks to fix up their garages.
Yeah, and maybe those of you that have done it can give us some ideas in the comments. Keep in mind there will be a budget for this, so we're not going to buy some of those amazing setups that you see. I know Steve just did one.
Yeah.
That he's got some really nice cabinetry and things like that were purchased that are not cheap. We're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to work with what I have.
A lot of reconditioned stuff, repurposed.
And listen, if you're following us on Instagram, post a picture of your garage if you've done it.
You've done something to it,
and you've got it like the way, like the man garage, that you've got it the way you like it. Post a picture on Instagram, tag us in the picture, because I would really like to see it. And I think Instagram is probably the best way to do that.
Yeah.
And I will probably post some pictures of this hot mess.
Yeah.
On
See,
Instagram.
this right here, like if we use some of this wood and then get the rest of it out of here, this corner being decluttered would make a huge difference, in this garage.
Yeah.
Right now it's just, and he'll show you probably, just loaded down with different pieces of wood.
Yeah. So. A good wood, like project wood, but
Yeah, we got to find a different storage space for what's not being used. But a lot of potential. We'll just pick at it slowly, and like you said, next year winter is not a bad target.
No, I think before we really start filming some stuff, and we've got again a lot of improvements to go. We've got this lift that we still have a few modifications we're going to do on. If you haven't seen that lift video, make sure you go back and check that out. Harbor Freight lift, and I just want to make it like a comfortable spot to kind of hang out, film, work on some bikes, do some maintenance, and
Maybe we'll get these electrical outlets under control.
I don't even know if I want to put them on YouTube. Township will be.
Well, you don't have to put them on YouTube, but
they got to be done.
That's not cool looking. so we'll leave that for the secret. But no.
Yeah, stuff has got to be done. And Roger, if you're watching this, hey, what's up, Raj? We need some help.
Yeah.
I need a 220 line because I do have a welder. I don't know how to weld, but I do have a welder. So, and I need a 220 line.
Maybe we'll make a friend that knows how to weld.
That's it.
Anyway.
All right. So, listen, thanks for watching. Look out for these videos. Again, I don't know how much we'll necessarily do of us like filming a project or doing a project, but there will definitely be updates.
Before and afters.
Yeah, before and afters of the stuff that we
Segments.
do. And there's work to be done, man.
You might have to stop hoarding.
Yo, easy with that.
Just saying.
Easy. Easy. I know you know a good hoarder when you see one.
I do, and I know when it needs to be nipped in the bud, so this is an intervention. So, cool.
All right, well, listen, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, give us a thumbs up, and again, don't forget to tag us in your pics on Instagram.
That's right.
Later.